pretty that is.
Hey, welcome back to Bisque Pieces. As promised, I have Debbie here who has already got started. Again, we started without you because, just had things to do. So, Debbie, you're going to want to look in that camera over there. I forgot to tell you that. I guess. Is that the camera? Oh, I was wrong. Which one? That's my camera.
I was thinking this would be mine because it's staring right at me.
See, you know more than me. Go for it. So we are working on bats today, like I had mentioned the last show. Debbie already got a coat of black acrylic on her bat, and she's kind of working on the eyes right now.
He looks like he's been on a 3-day bender.
He'll be fabulous, I promise. Because when you use these dragonfly glazes and overlay everything with it, it turns out fabulous. I don't care how many mistakes you have. So
is that enough?
Yeah. She's got one coat, but I gave her the Duncan, so she used a good acrylic. So she was able to get one coat on her bat. And now she's going to do the eyes, the nose, the insides of the ears, a little bit of blush on the cheeks.
Oh my God, that's way too much.
She'll do her overglaze. It'll be wonderful, I promise. I'm going to do something different. I base coated mine in a grape color, and I wanted to see what it's going to look like if I put a black wash over it. So when I make my black washes, or any color wash for that matter, I use a ratio of 2 water to 1 paint, okay? So I used a half teaspoon of water to a quarter teaspoon of paint. Did I get that math right? Except I think I'm gonna add a little bit more water to this. Wait, that's my tonic water. Here's my water. So, and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing with that tonic water. I learned it on the internet. It was fascinating. I brought John a present today because today's National Noodle Day.
You did?
Yeah.
It is.
It is, but I didn't. Here, make sure he gets these. So anyway, so what I'm going to do.
Wait a minute. Those are not just any kind of noodles.
Okay.
Those are the ramen noodles.
Yes, I love them.
That's amazing.
You know, I cook them, but I drain all the liquid out. I don't like the soup part, you know. After I cook them and put the seasoning in, then I drain it. So, speaking of food, the lady that asked me about my grandmother's sloppy Joe recipe, on the back of her death notice, I found it. So here we go. It says here, but it came apart because it's so old. Because you got to remember, this was in it says so here somewhere. I'm so prepared. I love it when I'm prepared. 1948, I believe, and it said, Mother passed away 1:00 p.m. Thursday, funeral Monday afternoon at Prentice's on Kenmore Boulevard. They're still there. Hattie. And then it says, on the part that came off, I'm sorry, cannot come, not able. Order a floral piece up to $15 from family. Love, Maddie. Maddie and Hattie, I just love that. What was their mother thinking? Okay. So anyways, then on the back it says, and on the back is, as promised, I guess it says, Sloppy Joe's. So it's 1 pound of hamburger, salt and pepper, 1 teaspoon of prepared mustard, 1 cup celery and onion and pepper and Hunt's tomato sauce. That's just how it says. And cracker crumbs to thicken to suit.
They could use ramen noodles to thicken
that
up if they wanted
you know what?
to.
I hope they cooked a hamburger. Didn't mention that. But so there you go.
Okay, real quick before you continue with your beautiful purple creation.
Yes, because it is about ceramics after all.
Right, and I've never done this before, so I made the bloodshot eyeballs. Do I take how do I clean this and where do I go to the next?
Let me show you what you do.
Because I'm just standing.
Okay, you take
Actually,
your brush
sitting, I'm not really
and you
standing.
mix it in water, and this makes my mother crazy. You tap and go, because you want to keep the point.
I'm going with no on that. No.
We'll just get you another brush. That just freaked Joanna out like nobody's business. Okay, now what you're going to...
I was just thinking.
Well, I was planning on giving her a new brush. There you go.
So it was for shock value. Okay.
No, it's what I do. It's what I do at home, really. I mean, I like to keep my and I would reuse this, but I gave her another one, and now you want to use the red.
The fact that you just like told everyone.
Okay, are you looking now? Normally, my tree. Okay, you're probably asking yourself, why did she use a pine tree? Why didn't she go out in her yard and get like a cool branch, and stick it down in and spray paint it black and do all that? Well, the answer is because I didn't want to. So this was on my table from the show I had last week, so I just went ahead and redressed it. But you do whatever you want. Again, you can hang these bats everywhere. So,
you too can have bats in your belfry.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and try this wash. Not try it, I've done it a million times. I'm using a stiff bristle brush. I suppose you can use any kind. So you're not going to want to do a very large area at a time. You want to, because you're going to take a soft cotton t-shirt and you're going to wipe it back. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I can't wait till we get the mirror overhead. So you just like wipe back because you want that purple to come through. How's that looking? Is that looking pretty good?
Nice.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the whole front of the bat.
Okay, so I made his eyeballs.
Okay.
So now, do I do anything else with this?
Well, you want to put a little bit on the inside of the ears, okay? And we're going to blush his cheeks a little bit, but we're going to add a little water to the paint for the cheeks.
So we're making it so he's bleeding out of his ears.
Yes, it's a vampire. Vampires supposed to have blood on them.
Do vampires bleed out of their ears? I don't think they do they?
I don't know. So I have some pictures, Joanna. Hello? Oh, I thought she left us for a moment. Show the one of there. Look at that darling little thing. This little gal was walking around. Her mom had a booth at the craft show, and she made that mask. And she's homeschooled, so I'm assuming that's her art class. And she had a couple different ones there. And do I have her name up there? I'm so sorry, sweetie. It's Ariana, I believe. I think it's Ariana. Where's my paper? We'll call her Ariana. There you go. There you go. And she's going to come on the show and paint a mask. I'm excited about that.
Well, that'll be
She's
fun.
going to do fabulous. I had her go over and ask her mom if I could take her picture, and her mother said sure. So I did. I took a couple, but we just showed one. And
you want to show the other pictures?
sure. Why, let's knock them out. I have a lady in, how do you pronounce that? She's in New York. She sent me these. Sarah, I left my paper in there. Nothing but professionalism here. Do you have that?
Look it up.
It's on that yellow piece of paper.
Yes, I tossed it.
Oh, her name's Marlene, I can tell you that. And her daughter is Tiffany, and they're in, I can't remember the name of the city in New York, but she sent me pictures of her work because anybody can email me a picture and make sure I have it the day before Wednesday. I need them Tuesday morning to get them to the studio.
I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it right, but Sargetis?
In the Serengetis.
I don't know, but I'm sure she'll contact me after she sees the show. But anyway, she actually had ordered some bats for me, and that's how I met her. And her daughter Tiffany is an artist. She's got her degree from art school. I'm probably really messing this up. I apologize, Marlene. And so they both did that. And you send me your pictures and we will get them up there. I really looked. I was able to make the pictures, the images bigger, and
There you go.
they did great. There, how do you pronounce that, Debbie?
Saugerties?
Okay. Saugerties.
If I had to guess, that's what I would say it was.
Okay. So thank you, Marlene, for sharing those. Send them anytime. What else do I have here? National Noodle Day. Today is it is Wednesday, October 6th. It's National Orange Wine Day. Have you ever heard of orange wine?
No, I have not.
Joanna, ever?
What?
Have you ever heard of orange wine?
Mm-mm.
I've heard of strawberry wine.
Well, apparently today is National Orange Wine Day. So if you had it, let us know how it is. But I turned the volume down on my phone. I have to leave it on in case my mom calls me in an emergency, and it's not my mom, so I'm just going to ignore them. But they're very persistent.
Yes, ignoring with love, though.
So,
right?
What else do we have here? Oh my gosh, this is serious. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there is a national clown shortage. Were you aware of this, Joanna?
I'm sorry.
A national.
Well,
that question was meant for him. Did you tell him I had a gift for him?
I did. What is the question?
It's not a question. I'm just making a comment. Did you know there's a national clown shortage? This is serious business. I'm not. Clown shortage. Not national clown shortage. There's due to COVID. That's the latest related shortage is clowns, and the circuses it's really hit Northern Ireland from what I understand. But yeah, that's,
Well, there you go.
I don't know how I feel about that. Who will fill their shoes? It's, I don't know. Yeah, they're big shoes. Oh, I guess that was a pun. How you doing with your bats?
Well, you know.
You keep looking over it.
Yeah, well, because my bat doesn't look like that bat. And then I'm like, oh, well, I have other bats here. I can make eyeballs. This bat, their eyes are closed. So
well,
I suppose no eyeballs for this bat.
Well, a lot of times they're closed. Okay, Joanna, can you show this? Get a little zoom shot in on it. See if they can see the purple coming up through the black.
It is beautiful.
Can you see that a little bit? Well, it looks a little dark, but it looks darker on camera than it does in my hands.
You absolutely can see the purple coming through.
Well, thanks. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take some of my purple and I'm going to dry brush just a little bit on top of the black. I'm making this up as I go. I have no idea how it'll look, but we'll see. So I told you a little bit about dry brushing. I'm using the same brush. I added my purple. I'm going to add a little bit more and work that into the brush. And I'm not wearing my apron, but I have it. And I'm just going to swipe out the extra paint. And then I'm just going to dry brush the highlighted areas on his feet, on tips of his wings. And probably this will, when I put the dragonfly on, it might even cover it up a little bit, but I don't know. Who knows? So what's been going on in your life, Debbie? Grandbabies! You got a new grandbaby!
I was going to say grandbabies.
Yay!
I'm up to 4 now.
You beat me.
And my son down in Florida proposed to his girlfriend. So
yay.
We will be having a beach wedding in March.
How fun is that?
Yes.
Congratulations.
That's actually
awesome.
I'm so happy for the two of them. And quite frankly, it's about time.
All right. It's about time. What were you waiting for? That's what I want to know.
The right moment, but let me tell you.
Well, he got the right moment, so.
Well, apparently he thought
Was it very romantic?
So yeah, here's fun story. Apparently, my son thought that buying a ring was like buying a pair of shoes. You just go in, pick what you want. They stick it in a box. You take it with you.
Oh, that's hysterical.
And he found out, actually, quite after the fact, that no, that's...
Rinse your brushes out, sweetie.
Yes, ma'am. Once again, Captain Obvious. Never done this before. So they had a vacation plan, and in his mind, he was going to, while they were horseback riding in Denver, romantic setting. Well, of course, the ring had to be, designed and sized and so on and so forth. So it didn't come in time.
Kurt, excuse me a minute. Please don't email me and tell me that she says so on and so forth too much.
Did I do that?
Yeah, you do it all the time when I'm sitting in your chair. She's my hairdresser.
Okay, great.
Don't we have great hair?
Nothing says romance like Plan B being
like Plan B.
Surprise your fiance at the end of their CrossFit class. to kneel down and propose to
Why
the-
she's all sweaty
While she's
and
all hot
out
and
of
sweaty.
breath.
Oh,
and-
exactly.
Oh,
Because
my.
then he's like,
Oh,
well, how else am
my.
I going to surprise her? And I'm like,
Well, he's got a
that would do
point.
it.
He's got
that
a
would do
point.
it. Absolutely.
So, how are we doing over there?
I have no idea what I'm doing. I think I'm doing nothing very well.
I think you're doing an awesome job. Here, let me see. Let me see one of them.
Now quit it.
It's fabulous, I promise. I promise. I will touch that
I'm
up for
telling you
later.
what, you set me up is what you did. Well, okay, so this little guy just looks like he just woke up.
Welcome
He's
to my
yawning,
world.
you know.
Welcome
I
to
mean,
my world when I'm in front of the mirror in the morning
Come
trying to do my
on,
hair.
exactly.
And I'm like, it's not like Debbie does it.
I'm trying to
So-
capture the ambiance
Oh, you are.
of the bat, right?
So
and
let me see the
3-day
other one. That
bender
one-
just woke up.
That one should be pretty dry. I mean, oh, he's okay. He's okay.
He's a little.
I'll fix him later. He's
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
you know what we're gonna do?
He's
Let's
a little
go
stressed.
ahead.
It's been, with the pandemic and COVID, he's just trying to provide for his family.
Wow, I didn't realize how much these
Oh, there
bats
is
have
such a
gone through.
backstory.
You know, I think I'm just gonna let you use the cap. So see how this is?
Just let me use the cap.
It's white. It's white. It goes on white, and it comes out like not white. It's all beautiful and glittery, and I just love these. So why don't you go ahead?
So
I'm
basically,
gonna-
what you're telling me
Here, let me have your
is
brushes.
I'm a little heavy-handed or something here with
Nah, not at all. Here's your new brush.
Here's my new brush.
Go ahead and
Not to be confused with the old brush, and
take
I
your
get
cap.
an entire cap full of paint.
I'm
to
gonna
work
go
with.
ahead and let you do the little one. Now, go ahead and do that one.
Well, thank you.
And I'm going to let my bat dry a little bit longer. So in the meantime, I want to show.
Excuse me.
Question?
Right. So, hand
There's
me
no
a brush.
there's
You
no
hand
rhyme
me-
or reason. Slather that puppy up.
Is it just like I'm covering the whole thing?
Okay.
Or
Nope. Cover the whole thing.
he could have problems with his feet or something that I want to accentuate.
Take him to work later today and let one of the girls do his toenails. Okay. His feet will be just fine.
I just have to
So-
laugh because every time Robin gives me something or whatever, it's just like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? I literally have never done this before, except for,
And
30 minutes ago was
Once again, you're doing a fabulous job.
Oh my God, she so lies.
I'm really liking this purple bat, let me tell you. So I'm going to show you something. I base coated these guys. This is called the Gang. And I
Gang's all
base
here.
coated them black. 2 coats. I did 2 coats on this because they have an awful lot of little nooks and crannies and ridges and everything. But I am not going to use your regular paints. No, I am not. What am I going to ask?
What are you going to ask?
Went right out of my head. But anyways, I ask you, what am I going to use? Metallics. I got these on Amazon. I'm sure you can get them in other places. I don't know. Support your local shop whenever you can. But these are just rubs, and you use your finger. You can use a Q-tip. I use both.
Even though it's a rub, don't use it on any kind of turkey. Beef,
No,
pork.
that would not
It's
be good. That would not be good.
that kind of rub.
So these come up so fast when you do it that you just, if you want that satisfaction of a finished piece right away, I would highly suggest using these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the skulls, and I'm going to use a white metallic. I'm going to rub it on my finger. You got to press kind of hard there, hard. Again, you can get these on Amazon, and I'm going to just start rubbing them on like that. I love these.
Check that out.
I did a whole chess set in these one time for a friend. I made it was a mystical chess set, and it didn't really take me long at all. I think I did it because I was doing it at Maryland's House of Ceramics back in the 90s. So one girl was dry brushing hers, and I had mine done almost 2 weeks before she did. So,
Aren't you an overachiever?
but who knew? Who knew? But I think that you have to let these dry a little bit longer than you would an acrylic. That's the only thing before you pick them up. And I have a tip for you today. I wanted to try to always have a tip. When you're doing a piece, especially if you're antiquing it, which we haven't done yet, we will. A little piece of advice is to take, again, one of your husband's old t-shirts or whatever. What's really good to use for antiquing is children's underwear, because it's the right size to fit in your hand. It's a soft cotton. It's the right thickness. It's perfect. So if you have access to that, that would be awesome.
You probably don't want to use a t-shirt that your husband really likes, or that,
only if you're mad at him. If you're mad at him, you know,
then
feel
have
free.
At it. It's free game.
Yeah, but just take it and, like, I could go ahead and put it over the part I just rubbed and hold it and work on something else, and you're not going to get the oils from your finger on it. You're not going to smudge it. You know, you could smudge it slightly, I guess, if you pressed hard, but it's going to be a lot.
On your fingers?
Because you have what?
Oils on your fingers?
You do. We do. We don't realize it, but we do. So, and sometimes it's hard
I have my finger inside
to
of
get
a
the
bat.
paint to go over it. There you go. Oh, you know what I have? I forgot to bring it. Son of a gun. Brad made me. He took a board and he drilled holes in it, and we took pencils and put the eraser side down in each hole, and then when I'm painting little things, I can just hang it to let it dry.
So something that could have been helpful that she could have brought me that I wouldn't look like I'm fumbling so much.
I'm sorry.
She conveniently forgot it.
I did. I'm sorry. What else do we
she's
got
not.
here?
Don't believe anything
Did you know
she says.
cranberries bounce if they're ripe? I can't wait till Thanksgiving. I'm going to bring cranberries in, and I'm just going to bounce them off, my guess. I don't know. That's true. These are things we need to know, you know? If you didn't have a job and went to work every day, you'd be on the internet more, and you would know this.
I need to know basis, and I got to tell you, Robin, that's something I probably
You didn't need to know
know
that? But now you know what can keep your grandchildren occupied when you're trying to make Thanksgiving dinner and they're underfoot. Give them a bag of cranberries. So.
Are you kidding? They're going to be chopping celery or something. Like, do something useful.
Yes, my little Jackson, he just loves to cook. I think he loves it. He's good at it. He better love it, for sure. Homecoming was last Friday. Homecoming game, and they won.
And the
that was
dance
exciting.
was Saturday.
Yeah, I hear it was supposed to be at the stadium. I was wondering how they were going to decorate for that, but they ended up having it at the high school because it was going to rain.
Inclement weather.
Or whatnot. But I was so glad they won. Every home game should win their homecoming, I think. I think it should be a law or a rule or something like that. Do you? So hold your bat up and let them see.
Hold your bat.
The little one, the one you just did.
Yeah.
See if they could do.
So, you know,
Now
I'm
you
trying
can
desperately not to get this all over my fingers. And had she brought the thing that I could set it on, that would have been great. But no, she didn't. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it all over my fingers because
That's all right.
He is sparkly.
There's
He's
soap
very,
and water
very, very
out there in the
sparkly.
bathroom. So he's cute. Now, are you doing those for a gift or for yourself?
I'm not telling.
Oh. Well, don't give them to me because I've already got some. So I'd rather have something else.
Okay, so, but if I like.
Ask me anything.
Yours that, like, he's got white fangs. I have no choice of white here.
Well, sometimes I do white and sometimes I do red, like they just bit somebody.
Right, and I would do that with him, but you took my brush. She took my brushes away.
Oh,
Obviously,
rinse it out.
she doesn't
Here.
believe that.
Wipe it off on your towel. You're good to go.
What?
But you know, I didn't
Oh, the
not
towel
bring
was on the
white
floor.
because I just assumed you were going to use red.
Which one?
Never assume anything.
Exactly.
So,
All right. I'm going in.
Don't be afraid.
Which I learned once you dip it, then you got to put it on a plate and twirl.
I'm telling
so
you
it
what.
comes to a point.
I love these
Who knew?
rubs. I love these rubs. Next week, Kathy's coming on from Catherine's Craft Closet. Yeah, us that know her real well, we call her Kathy. But she's going to talk about glazes and glazing a Christmas tree. That'll be fun. Joanna, I have such exciting news about your tree.
Okay.
I broke it. No, I'm kidding. I poured, well, I didn't, Brad did, a different mold. So you've never seen this base mold. It's going to be so exciting. It's really cool. It is cool. How's that? Coming along?
Like that a lot.
Isn't that cool? I just love these. So I'm going to set this little guy aside.
How fun is that?
I'm going to wipe off my finger. And I'm gonna go back to my bat. What do we got here? Oh my gosh, time flies when you're not done.
Oh.
So we'll put these over here. And I think what I'm gonna do is, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unclip one of these guys here. And real quick, if you look on the back, I got these, they're already sparkly. I got them, I think, at the Dollar Tree, but I got them last year, so I'm not sure if I remember or not. Yours, I painted black, because basically that's what you do.
So they started out like this, and she made them look like this.
Isn't that special? And all you want to do is just hot glue it.
She obviously didn't trust me to do it.
Hot glue it, but you want to make sure that the part that opens is by their feet, okay? Because they hang upside down. So,
good to know.
That is the finished product. Now this one I actually took a little silver and I went over the outlines of the wings. So you can do anything you want. And I'm gonna help her finish her bats and they'll be just darling, I promise. So 50 seconds, let's see, did I cover everything? Gummy bears, oh my gosh, do you know what makes fruit candy shiny?
Shellac?
The same stuff they put in car wax.
Great.
I know, right? Exactly.
I was afraid you were going to say something like that.
Are you going to come back on someday?
Absolutely. I
Thank
had lots of
you.
fun.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Even though I have no idea what I'm doing.
So glad. I will continue working on this guy at home. It's October. We got a lot of Halloween we're cranking out. Thank you for being here. Could you put my email up real quick? If you want to send me questions, pictures, please do so. Again, Marlene, thank you for your pictures. You guys do great work. And we'll see you next week. Thanks, Debbie.
Bye-bye.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.